Listen, 3.8 is just a little bit of ways, and of course, I'm always wondering what's gonna happen next, but with a little bit of deduction, I think I've come up with what the banners are going to be when 3.8 drops. And this is clearly just speculation, and this literally took me about 30 minutes to figure out myself. So I want you guys to understand that I went through, and actually what's funny is I used Silly Wisher to kind of look at all the previous banners that occurred, and also went through what characters have been rerun, and the results are pretty simple in my personal opinion on who's going to come out. But before we get into that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next Genshin Impact video comes out. And of course, leave a comment. Would love to hear your guys' opinions, especially when it comes to the 3.8 banners. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, this is my front runner. Already. You could already tell that this was going to happen, and the reason why she is up there is because she has not been rerun once within the 3.0 space of Genshin Impact. That's right, we have seen multiple characters rerun. Even a character that I'm very fond of has rerun twice within 3.0, but Eula has not gotten a rerun for a very, very, very long time. I actually think the last rerun she had was in the early something? I don't know. I could be wrong on that. I did not look at that. But Eula is one of the two characters that has not been rerun in 3.0. Now, Eula has also been one of the highly requested characters, not because of her skills per se, but because she's hot. We know that. But she does have a very set skill list. I'm not going to go over that in this video. We'll wait until we know for certain what these banners are going to be. But she's definitely one of those characters that fans have been clamoring to come back because she's one of the rarest characters to have in your box. That's right. If you have Eula, like me, you have a character that's very rare to come by, to be quite honest. She's even rarer than Kazuha, I would say. But another character that has not been rerun in the 3.0s and hasn't been rerun for a little while is Klee, the adorable little elf girl that likes to throw bombs everywhere. Yes, Klee has not been rerun, and she's actually my pick as well to go into 3.8. And again, it boils down to every other character that's a 5-star has been rerun. That's crazy to think about, that every character outside of these two have been rerun. So it would make natural sense for these two to be rerun. Not at the same time. I think that honestly, from what it looks like, we'll get Eula in the part 1 and Klee in the part 2. That's how I'm thinking. But we also got to think about which characters are going to be run alongside them. Now, this is where my big brain moment came into play. What Sumeru character has not been rerun yet? And there's actually 3. And the reason why I say 3 is because a certain 3 or a certain 2 are not gonna ever be rerun as a banner, I would say mainstay. First, let's start off with Tighnari. Tighnari is not gonna get rerun. And it's obvious that he's a standard banner unit now. He got added to the standard banner in 3.0. So it makes the most sense that he would not be in it. So we're gonna go ahead and just say, no, that's not happening. Dia is the other one that's not going to make it into the standard banner, or sorry, not in the standard, is not going to be making a rerun because she's part of the standard banner now. Now, as much as I would love to see her come back in a rerun, there's no point because she's always going to be summonable. So both of those two are not going to be in there. But there is a character that I want to talk about that will absolutely be in the reruns. I highly say this because this is the only other Sumeru character that has not gotten a rerun within 3.0, and that is going to be Scaramouche. Now, I know what you're thinking. It seems like it wasn't that long ago that he came out, and you're right. I believe it was 3.4. However, if we could see the pattern here, it's been every 4 updates has been a rerun of a Sumeru character. 3.1, Sino came out. 3.5, Sino gets reran. Who was it? Nilo was like 3.2. 3.6, she got a rerun. Nahida was 3.3, and well, I don't remember exactly. I think it was 3.2 and then got rerun at 3.6 as well. I could be wrong on those specifics. Let me take a look at Silly Wisher, because if I remember correctly, that's what it was. I'm turning on Silly Wisher right now. Don't mind me. But yes, if you... I have to use this because I'm dumb. But no, Nilu came out in 3.1, got rerun in 3.6 alongside Nahida, but Nahida was 3.2. So not really the pattern I was going for, but you get the gist of it. These Sumeru characters have already been rerun, and it's gonna be time for Scaramouche to get a rerun as well. We already kind of know that's what's gonna happen. But the big question on everybody's mind is, who is going to be the other one? Because if every other character has had a rerun, and then every other Sumeru character, now with Scaramouche being in 3.8, is getting a rerun, who would be the fourth runner? I want you to take a look at Ganyu for a second. Now, I'm not saying Ganyu's gonna get rerun again. That's impossible. But the reason why I'm bringing up Ganyu is very specific. Ganyu reran twice in 3.0. 3.0 exactly, and then I believe we also got her in 3.7. Yeah, 3.7, or no, sorry. I think, yeah, actually 3.7. 3.6. 3.6, she got rerun alongside, who was it? Baiju. So, Ganyu is out of the picture, for sure. Which leaves maybe Sino. Well, that doesn't make any sense because if Sino was reran, then that would obviously mean that it would be a double rerun and Sino would be the only character who would get reran twice. Again, doesn't make sense because no other Sumeru character would rerun like that. So who would run alongside these three? I have 3 guesses. And honestly, 2 of them make the most sense. 1 of them I don't think is gonna happen. So let's start with the one that I don't think is gonna happen. Venti. Venti reran in 3.1, so not the earliest rerunnable character there, but I will say has a general possibility of getting a rerun. Not saying it's going to, I'd say the probability is about 20-30%. The next one would be Zhang Lee. Now, Zhang Lee ran in 3.0, and you're probably wondering the same thing with Venti and Zhang Lee, and probably my next guess too. Why would they rerun them twice? Well, why would they rerun Ganyu twice? It's not impossible, but I think there's a pattern of how they want to release these characters. So, I think they're gonna save Zhang Lee for 4.0. And the reason being is because they want some hype banner or a rerun banner to go with the first 3.0 characters. So I think Zhang Lee might get in part 1 or part 2 of version 4.0, which leaves me my #1 pick for version 3.8 to run alongside possibly Klee, Kokomi. Now the reason why is 1, again, as we stated with Ganyu, it's not impossible for a character to run twice within a specific update. With Ganyu running twice in 3.0, I don't think there's any reason to say no to Kokomi rerunning. Plus, Kokomi is a great healer and would work really, really well, especially, you know, for people in general going into 4.0. And especially with her being a Hydro character, it'd be kind of cool to get a Hydro character rerun before Fontaine. So she will be part of part 2 of 3.8 alongside Klee, and that's just my opinion on that. Now, people might say that I'm crazy, but I truly, truly think with deduction, I've been able to figure this out. So your part 1 banners are going to be Eula and the Wanderer, aka Scaramouche, and your part 2s are gonna be Klee and Kokomi. So that's gonna be it, in my personal opinion. I don't think I really need to explain anything else with this. It's pretty self-explanatory, and my deduction skills are like, you know, freaking Sherlock Holmes, man. I'm just saying, I'm zooming, bro. I know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's who I think is gonna be running in version 3.8. Now, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Who do you think is going to run in 3.8? And do you think that my guesses are correct? Would love to hear you guys' opinions, but that's gonna be it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And as always, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Please take care and be safe, y'all.